Einstein's theory of relativity justifies majority, cosmological and astrophysical phenomena. But the universe has some characteristics which scientists cannot explain with its help. For example, why dark matter and galaxies unevenly distributed in space. There is also the Big Bang theory, still generally accepted, broadcasting to the world that it began with a singularity. That is, matter too, and the energy was compressed in it as if at some point, up to a certain point. Then inflation came, advanced by a few fractions of a second, during which space managed to expand to incredible volumes. But the Big Bang theory doesn't tell us anything about that. What was before this singularity? Because it is physically impossible to explain. Or mathematical, because the laws we know don't work there. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania claim to be what they actually proved, that there was definitely something before the singularity. At the same time, they are supporters of the big theory, bounce on which the existing universe emerged from the previous phase, characterized as super-compressed. Researchers, since 1980s, are developing their own cosmological model, based on loop quantum gravity. This theory represents the current massive constituents of the universe, in the form of quantum fruits of spacetime, arose directly with her birth. In their work, Pennsylvania researchers used multifunctional mathematical apparatus, consolidated the theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. They traced the root down to the smallest detail, which the universe has passed through, structure in the course of its evolution. Scientists have recorded these structures against the background, high-frequency relic cosmic radiation, and then lowered, when the universe was only 380,000 years old. This radiation itself has three anomalies, which classical physics does not explain. These fluctuations are so significant that because of them, they talk about a crisis in cosmology, and Pennsylvania scientists substantiate the fact. What if to the description of inflation, apply quantum gravity? She will clean up. There are as many as two anomalies in the distribution of the relic radiation. What prevents a potential crisis? The presence of these anomalies suggests that we live in an exceptional universe. Summarizes the Associate Professor of the Department of Astronomy and Astrophysics, Condon He after research. Thus, quantum fruits, and make the cosmic microwave background radiation so diverse. When the accelerated phase of expansion of inflation began, gravity stretched the tiny fruits. What was reflected in these inhomogeneities? According to Professor Abhay Ashtekar, first author of the work, The Generally Accepted Inflation Paradigm, based on the general theory of relativity, views spacetime as a smooth continuum. But if you look closer, then quantum threads are woven into spacetime. If we take them into account, loop quantum cosmology takes us beyond the continuum, explained by Einstein's theory. This hypothesis should be confirmed by satellites, Cosmic Origins, Exploiter and Lightbird, whose main mission is to find traces of the very first gravitational waves among the relic radiation. Meanwhile, in the question of that, what existed before the universe? Astrophysicists are not far behind, mathematicians are even ahead of them. A team of theorists from Canada and Egypt, in his work, applied the quantum mechanics theory of the world, and discovered that before the universe there was another cosmological phase. In their cosmological model, the universe is inherently cyclical, consisting of 4 phases. Quantum effects played a decisive role in this. The universe is expanding now, but according to mathematicians, quantum mechanics will bring about decisive perturbations, which will stop this process. According to the mathematical equation they obtained, at some point everything will stop, returning to the infinite point in the so-called phase. compression, and then the universe will begin to expand again. One of the study participants, Professor Mir Faisal, said the main thing, theses and cyclic theory of the universe. In our cosmological model, the universe did not start with a Big Bang, but there was a phase transition from phase 1 of the universe to another, just like water can exist in 3 different phases. So the universe is able to exist in 4 different phases. Developed new model will help to understand physical properties, cosmological phase of the universe, before the beginning of our world. There are other models of the Big Bang and Big Crunch. But singularities, for example, they do poorly in physics. They have such a place where it just doesn't work. There are no significant results in this case even. No need to think. New cosmological model avoids Big Bang singularities and removes the associated problems and limitations. According to Faisal, many approaches to quantum gravity, string theory, loop theory have common features. For example, they all postulate the presence of a minimum length of space, below which it simply does not exist. And these theories also insist that the energy should also be maximum, which no object in the universe can exceed. Theorists included both of these effects in their model, and got as a result, cyclic universe. Sphere.